Hi, this is Ash. I'm 62 years old. I'm a senior and I'm aging solo, as they say these days. I didn't even know what the term meant until pretty recently, actually. But you know what? There are things that nobody told me about when you reach your 60s that I'm discovering myself. That's the first thing about hitting your 60s. And maybe that's something to do with the times because things change a lot faster than they used to. Uh, and that could be part of it, but that's not all of it. The other part of it is that you just seem to be playing catch up all the time. Uh, the other thing, the second thing that they don't tell you about is that it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, that's me. That's me personally. I mean, I don't know what your life is like, and I'm not saying my life is perfect. No way. My life is nowhere near perfect. In fact, I have so many things that I could be complaining about. Don't we all, right? But I'll tell you what, there are things that I never expected. I never expected to stay this healthy, this vital, this strong in my 60s. Or, and I'm 62, and I have friends who didn't make it to 62. They didn't even make it to 50. That's sad. That's something you have to live with. I have lost a very old, very dear friend of mine only about, it's now 2.5 years ago. Yeah, he was such a sweet guy, such a great guy. And he had so much more that he wanted to do in life. And he got colon cancer. He fought it. He struggled with it. He went through chemo. He had a colostomy bag that he wore around his waist. And he managed to make the most of it. He managed to make the best of it. He continued working. He continued, being with his family. And he has a great family. I mean, the family is still there, but he's not there. So I don't know whether I should say he has or he had. But either way, he had a great family and they loved him and he loved them a lot. And he was watching his daughters grow and change. And then the cancer came back, as it often does. And it just took him like that overnight. I just got a message. I mean, a couple of days earlier, I was talking to him. I was on the phone. I was Facebooking and WhatsApping with him. And 2 days later, I get a message from his elder daughter saying that he's gone. And that hit me hard. So it made me realize that not everyone even makes it to 62. And I did. So, hurrah. I mean, yeah, yeah, you. If you're anywhere close to my age or if you're older, wow, wow. Like, do a lap just to celebrate. Do a victory lap. Seriously. Because you know what? Most people don't get this far. And that's the thing they don't tell you about, that you could actually survive. You could, if not thrive, I mean, you could do pretty okay, pretty well. I'm happy with the way I am, health wise, physically. I mean, yeah, sure. Love to lose weight. I'd always love to lose weight, but it's good. I'm healthy. I'm I've got everything intact. I've still got all my parts, the original parts, and I can still enjoy things as I used to. I mean, I think it's the lowest or the second lowest dose of blood pressure medication, and it's the most basic blood pressure medication. I think they call it essential hypertension. So I have that, but apart from that, I don't need to take any pills. I don't have any other ailments or diseases or problems. I don't have any pain. Everything works. Everything works great. So that's something that I never expected. When if you asked me 20 years or 30 years or 40 years ago, I'd have said, no way, 62. I mean, I don't know if I'll live that long. And here I am now, still living, still kicking, alive and kicking. So that's the second thing that they don't tell you, that a few of us, and God bless you if you're one of us, and if you're not, my heart is with you, and I hear you and I feel you because it's hard. I understand it. Aging is what it is, and we are the lucky ones. So God bless. And I'm grateful for it every day. Let's look at the third thing that I'm really surprised about, which I never expected. I have a great family. I mean, I grew up with a very, very troubled family. I'm I don't want to get into my whole family background right now. I mean, maybe I will at some future time in one of these episodes. But the thing is that I had so much, I don't even know the word to describe it with, but I had so many family issues, from family problems, that it was hard to even say that I had a family. I mean, I was one of those kids at school and high school, and I didn't do much college. I did like less than a year of college, but in that year of college, even, I would be embarrassed to even talk about my family or say anything or invite anyone home because it was a mess. That's all I can say about it right now. It was a mess. And I couldn't even conceive of having, a regular family, the kind of family that my friends had when I was growing up, the kind of family that I've seen other people have. And it's true. I mean, there are families that are happier, that are, I don't know what better would mean in this context, but great families. But you know what? I have a fantastic family. I have a wonderful, wonderful family. I mean, obviously, my kids are grown, they're adults, they have kids themselves. My grandkids, oh, I'll come to that in a little bit. My grandkids are a separate thing altogether. But the point is, I never expected it to turn out so great. I never dreamt of it, and I never thought I had any right to, because, like I said, I came from some terrible family circumstances. You know, so that's the thing that nobody warns you about. That there could actually be good things happening, great things happening, even in your 60s. And again, that's something I'm so grateful for. I don't even have to wait for Thanksgiving to give thanks. I give thanks every day because it's a miracle. I mean, who'd have thought a kid like me, the way I grew up with my family, would have this kind of family today? So that seems impossible, yet here it is. Here I am. So that's number three, great family. And bless you if you have a great family. And if you don't, I get it. I totally get it. I really understand because, like I said, that's where I've come from. And who knows? I mean, you have to work at it every day. You have to really work at it. And I don't know what I did to deserve this, but like, there's a great line from a movie that I've never forgotten, which really sums up so much about life. Deserve ain't got nothing to do with it. It really doesn't. It has nothing to do with whether you deserve something or not. We get what we get. Things turn out the way they do. That's what it's all about. That's just the way it is. Okay. The fourth thing, and this is a big one. This is a really big one. I like my place in the world. I mean, just to be clear, I live in a quiet suburb in a small American town, and I love America. I wasn't born here, but I'm passionate about America. I mean, I'm recording this just before the 4th of July comes up, and it'll be the 250th anniversary of American independence. And God bless America. God bless every one of this 250 years, because this is a great country. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what they have to say about this or that or whatever. It doesn't matter. I love America. God bless America. It's the greatest, and nobody is going to convince me otherwise about that. And I don't know about the problems. I mean, I know about the problems, but so what? You think other countries don't have problems? You think where I came from, doesn't have problems? It does. Despite all that, it's like I'm 62 and I'm celebrating and thankful for so many things. And I have to be thankful for being here and now in America on her 250th year. Geez, that lady is pretty long in the tooth, right? And I love her. I love America. So that's the other thing I'm really grateful for. And nobody told me, nobody even led me to expect, I had no reason to expect that in my 60s, I would be here living this life. It's not the perfect life. It's not a dream life. I have problems. I have a lot of issues. I have a lot of problems, like we all do. But at least I'm living and fighting those problems and dealing with those things here in the greatest country in the world. Hallelujah. And the fifth thing that I'm so, so grateful for are grandkids. So, a little story. One day, I was with my granddaughter, and she must have been like 2 years older back then. And we were going to a public park near the place where she used to live then, her parents used to live. Uh, and I was taking her to the park. We were walking, and we used to go there every day. Uh, this is not really that long ago. It's during the COVID lockdown, so you can figure out probably the year more or less. And we were walking to the park, and there weren't that many people around because, like I said, lockdown. And there was this old guy who lived in a house on the street that we had to pass through, Saffron. And we were passing down Saffron, and he saw us. And like every day, he would sort of do this, and I would say hi, and we'd greet each other. And this day, he calls out to me as my granddaughter and I are walking past, and he says, "Grandchildren are our reward for not killing our children." And I was kind of taken aback at the time, and I said, "What? What did you just say?" And I just sort of waved to him and smiled and carried on walking. And I thought about it later. I mean, grandkids are our reward for not killing our kids. I mean, he didn't literally mean killing. What he meant was we as parents, and I'm sure a lot of you are parents because who gets to their 60s without being a parent? And if you're not, that's fine too. But I'm sure you understand the principle of it, that raising kids can be really, really hard. I mean, most people tend to have kids when they're pretty young. You're still figuring out life for yourself, and then you have kids, and you have to figure that out. And if you have more than one kid, which nobody wants you about, also, by the way, it's not twice as hard, it's 20 times as hard. But you do it and you deal with it and you learn and you get better at it. And it's great, it's wonderful, but it's also really hard because you're trying to earn a living, you're trying to survive, you're trying to make your way in the world, you're trying to connect. You have your own dreams, your own plans, and you have to give priority to the kids because that's what kids are about. They rule our life, and they should. And then you get through it all, and you think, okay, with grandkids, what's it going to be like? It's a mystery, right? Till you actually experience it. Then you realize, wow, so this is the reward. That's how it felt to me, and it really feels like that now. And I appreciate that thought that he shared with me every day because it's true. Having grandkids feels like the reward for getting to this point, for having kids, raising them right, and then they have kids of their own, and then those kids, when they come to you, when you're with them, you realize, wow, not only is this my grandchild, my granddaughter, my grandson, I have three, by the way, a granddaughter, who's the eldest, and two grandsons. Uh, and they're all precious, every single one of them. And you realize that I have all the good things about being a parent, kind of, because you're a parent, a grandparent, without any of the problems or issues, or not the real ones that you have to deal with because the parents are still there. And God bless, I mean, thank God. I have a great son and a great daughter-in-law and a great son-in-law and a great daughter, and they're great parents and they're great people, and they take care of all the hard stuff, and we get to enjoy the good stuff. That's what grandparenting is about. So that's the other thing that nobody warns you about hitting your 60s or your senior years, that when you become a grandparent, it's amazing. It's fantastic. It's the best thing in the world. And I totally get it now. It's the reward. So nobody told you that there would be a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, because you were busy looking at the thunderstorms and saying, oh, how do I get through this? How do I even survive this? And if and when you get through it all, you have grandkids. You have that to look forward to. So there we are, five things that I'm really grateful for and which I never expected in my 60s. And oh my, it's great. So this is Aging with Ash, and thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to recording myself. I'm new to speaking into a mic thingy, whatever this fluffy thingy is. I think it's for the wind, a windbreak or something. But I'm new to all this. And trust me, this is the first video that you're probably seeing on this channel, but it's not the first video I recorded. The first video I recorded was out there in the backyard. And the reason I you don't see that video now is because the moment I sat down on the chair broke from under me. Very auspicious start. Then the second video I recorded, I actually stopped recording. I was recording while I was adjusting the equipment, the little tripod and the mic and everything. And when I actually started to speak, I turned off the recording by mistake. I thought it was off, so I was turning it on, but actually it was the other way around. So, and then I went through a whole lot of other videos before I finally got even this far. And I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not perfect, and I don't know anyone who is, but I love my 60s. I love being this age. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life before. And I just want to share that with you. And like I said, I have problems, I have issues, money problems, work issues. I mean, you name it. I've got a truckload of them. So I'm going to talk about those too. But the thing is, the main thing that I want to tell you is that I'm happy at 62. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life before. And I I'm no guru, I'm no expert. I don't have all the answers. Maybe I don't have any answers at all, but I have a few things that I'd like to share with you. And maybe you can take something away from it, maybe not. Maybe we just have a palaver and we share a few good memories and a few good jokes, and we just smile and celebrate it. Because if you're still here, if you're still watching, that is something worth celebrating. It doesn't matter what your life is like, it doesn't matter what you're going through. I mean, it matters. I don't mean it doesn't matter. What I mean is, even if you're going through terrible times, going through hard times, you're going through a difficult patch, or it's all hard, it's all difficult, it's all terrible, there's always sunshine. There's always roses with the thorns. And there is always a reason to smile. And I hope I can give you a few reasons by sharing how I got through some of the hardest times of my life, some of the worst experiences that you have known any human to go through. And I'm still sitting here, still standing, as the old song says, but not standing, sitting. Okay, that's because I want to be comfortable. But I'm still keeping on, as my nana used to say. So I hope to see you again on Aging with Ash. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.